Welcome to segment 2 of this NFL show. So right now it's just me, but Cole once again will be rejoining us next week for a big NFC versus AFC matchup. You'll know about that come next week. Anyway, back to our picks. Redskins, Bucks. Well, it's pretty safe to say that the Redskins wish they were in the NFC South, because they, like the Falcons, are also 3-6 for the third straight year with RG3. Coming off a bye, they face a horrible Tampa Bay team. The good news for the Redskins is that they won't finish 3-13 like they did last year. Literally, the Redskins in 2 seasons were 500 after starting their season 3-6 in the most unimaginable way. RG3's first year, 7-0 after starting 3-6. Well, 7-1, so I guess they're 1 game under 500, but you get my point. In that second year, 0-7 after starting 3-6. This year, I think it's going to level off just a little bit because of this game. Give me the Skins, give me the points. Redskins 24, Tampa Bay 10. Rams, Broncos. St. Louis Rams have been playing well, but because the NFC West, kind of similar to Oakland's problem, which we'll take care of in a second, their schedule is tough. They held Arizona in check, but fumbled it away in the second half. Here they are now to face a Denver team that looks Super Bowl bound once again. Safe to say that it's tough to be a Rams fan. It really is. Broncos 31, Rams 17. Giants, Niners. Giants offense has been playing better under Ben McAdoo. So if you're a Giants fan right now and are blaming Eli in the offense, I really don't think you should be doing that. Your defense is your problem. Seattle obviously picked them apart, scoring 38. So even though this is in New York instead of Seattle, or this week's San Fran, what's telling me the Giants are gonna come back in this game? They lost to Arizona. They lost to Seattle. They'll lose to San Francisco. Niners by a lot more than the spread, 35, Giants 17. Now let's go to our late games. Chargers, Raiders. San Diego has lost 3 straight, including being shut out against the Dolphins in Miami. But then again, they're playing the Raiders. Here's their problem. Oakland has talent such as Charles Woodson, Lamar Woodley, Justin Tuck, Maurice Jones-Drew, Derek Carr, Matt Schaub, if you want to put him in the very talented category. He hasn't been the past year and a half, but let's take the last year and a half out of perspective for now. Schaub is talented. But because of their tight schedule, changing coaches mid-season and having almost no team chemistry, they haven't been able to win a game. And I'm going to call it here on the show, and here on Pick 6 Mag, they will not win a game this year. Their best chance was against Cleveland. They blew it. They won't win a game this year. Chargers in the points, 35, Raiders 20. Packers, Eagles. Is Mark Sanchez the answer to the Chip Kelly offense, like I said before? After Monday night, it looks to be so. Sanchez dominated the Panthers on both sides of the ball, and it was unbelievable. The Pack, on the other hand, did the same thing to the Bears, but the night before. So 2 nights in a row, I got to turn the television off early because of how bad the game was getting, and I got to get a couple extra hours of sleep, and it felt wonderful. I'll remember this extra sleep for when a game goes to overtime and it goes past midnight. So, this is a big game, but something's telling me that both teams are looking this game over. And the Packers, because they're playing at Lambeau, are looking this game over a little bit more than the Eagles. The Packers are favored by 6, but don't let that fool you. Eagles 35, Packers 24. Cardinals, Lions. Now, at the beginning of the season, how many people would have thought that this game would pretty much determine first place in the NFC? Of course, with a lot of time left, but for right now, it's the game for first place. Not me. And I bet you at the start of the year, the last game we talked about, Packers-Eagles, would be for first. The Lions, and here's the new Lions defensive name that I thought of that everybody is probably waiting for me to say, the Legion of Sioux. And yes, I made that up, so use that hashtag. Played yet another great defensive game, and the offense did just enough to seal the win in the last 2 minutes. The scary part is, Detroit has not played their best football yet. Some Lions fans think the collapse will start here. I don't think so. Heck, even if they lose this game, I think they'll be very fine. Even if they lose the next 2, which is Arizona and New England, Detroit will be fine. This team is well improved from last year, and with Caldwell at the helm, they won't look over any game like Schwartz did. Think of it this way. Caldwell didn't look past Miami when a lot of Lions fans did. Schwartz would have looked past it. Cardinals, on the other hand, are very underlooked. They're 8-1. They've had 2 different quarterbacks start. Palmer got hurt. Stanton showed up. Palmer got hurt again. The defense has lost some key tools, but is still the Arizona Cardinals defense. Look for this game to be a defensive war. I think Detroit will prove the resurgence in this game and take over first place in the NFC. You heard it right here. And it's not because I'm wearing this Lions shirt. It's because I think this team is for real. I'm all in. Lions 17, Cardinals 14. Arizona is favored by 2, but I think Detroit will steal one on the lower road. Matt Prater will make a 44-yard field goal to seal the win. Sunday night, Colts Patriots. I'm a little bit surprised this game stayed on Sunday night. Why is that? With high stakes up for grabs in Lions Cardinals and Packers Eagles, they stuck with Colts Pats. But it's still a classic matchup. This game I'm not mad at for them staying. My thought is, interesting decision, but it's a good game I'll watch. But this game shouldn't disappoint. The last time the Colts played on national TV at night, Monday Night Football against the Eagles, they were stunned. They've only lost once since starting 0-2. The Pats were done a favor while sitting last week as Buffalo and Miami both lost. Very critical games on the schedule. Both this game and the Cards-Lions game will determine next week's Patriots-Lions showdown. At least for me. For now, I think the Pats stun the Colts at home just like the Eagles stunned Indy at home. Pats 24, Colts 21. And your Monday night game, Titans-Steelers. This one, I'm a little bit upset that they kept it like this. Is it just me, or have these Monday night games been disappointing? Besides the first doubleheader, Lions, Giants, and Chargers, Cardinals, it's been disappointing, the Monday night game. Redskins, Cowboys was exciting, but it really has disappointed me. Once again, here we have a lackluster Titans-Steelers game at which 3 possible games, like I said before, Eagles-Packers, Cardinals-Lions, Colts-Pats, could have easily been flexed here, but ESPN doesn't really flex games like NBC does, which I do have a feeling that Lions-Pats could get flexed to Sunday night. Watch out for that. If they do, I call it on here. The Titans have had a very dismal year. It's quite a surprise seeing as Ken Whisenhunt is their head coach. The man I thought should have taken over the reins in Detroit. But like I said before, Whisenhunt is not that big into pressure situations. Steelers, on the other hand, had a depressing loss to the Jets at which they should have blown them out. I'm glad I didn't pick Pittsburgh in my survivor pool because that wouldn't have been good. Even though I picked the Cowboys over the Redskins, and we'll see what happened there. But seeing as Roethlisberger played better in the second half, this one is a bit of a no-brainer. Steelers 20, Titans 10. We hope you enjoyed this version of the Tom Greene Week 11 NFL picks. Next week, Cole will be back, so will I, and we're going to talk some serious NFL football. Lions, Pats, huge game next week, plus others. Enjoy Week 11, people. It won't disappoint. Except if you're a Bears, Vikings, or Bucs fan. We'll see you next week.